Hey everyone, welcome back to your favorite pirate crew. Today we're going to talk about Dragon defeating Akainu to save Sabo. If you'd like to see more about One Piece in our channel, please leave your thumbs up and subscribe to join our pirate crew. But pirates, before we continue with the video, I ask that you already subscribe to our channel. That way you can join our pirate crew and earn a devil fruit or master your favorite hockey of your very own. It'd also help our crew out a lot if you leave your thumbs up in today's video so that we together can become Yonkos. Also, you all are very amazing for your support and we greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Anyway, enough with that sappy stuff. Let's continue with today's video. Luffy and Dragon, known as the leader of the Revolutionary Army, is one of the old characters in One Piece who will probably come back into prominence quite a bit in the story. After all, thanks to Luffy especially, the gates to the new age have been opened and the world has slowly began to change. In fact, it's changing and causing quite a lot of talk. After all, we've already seen that not only have the new Yonkos caused a stir, but we've also noticed that the movement of the old Shichibukais are also driving the Marine and the Five Elders crazy. This is because not only are the Yonkos and their actions embarrassing and becoming a major threat to the Marines and the others, but what we also see is that this is directly influencing the entire world population. Very few know about Joy Boy, but even so, just by being who they are, the grand changes are already taking place. The Shichibukais themselves have begun to hunt the admirals, just as they were hunted by their heads, which has eventually caused the Marines itself to become more reclusive and not walk so carelessly as before, because there is a chance that the people themselves will try to capture them now. But more than that, we saw that thanks to the trigger for the new era, the Revolutionary Army is being allowed to act, not only because now facing admirals has become almost cool and a great option for them right now, but also because Sabo has become a heroic figure among the people, influencing them to change their lives and rebel against the oppressing class. Now we're following a great revolution in One Piece, and when we speak of neither revolution, Dragon's group can never fail to be mentioned. Will they, thanks to Sabo's actions, now violently hunt them down? Will Dragon finally move against the world nobles? Or perhaps the Marine itself, thanks to the news regarding Sabo? Could Dragon defeat any admiral? Or even defeat Akainu? That's what we're here to talk about in today's video. Duh. Sabo's fate has certainly been one of One Piece's most intriguing mysteries since the events of Reverie. In chapter 956, a battle between the Revolutionary Army commanders led by Sabo and Admiral Green Bull and Fujitora was sparked. In chapter 1053, it was finally revealed that the Revolutionary Army was victorious and successfully rescued Bartholomew Kuma from the clutches of the Heavenly Dragons. In doing so, Sabo's fame skyrocketed, and in addition, the fact that he was linked to the death of the former king of Alabasta, Cobra, made him a hero to the public. At the same time, it was revealed that Vivi mysteriously disappeared from Reverie, and it's quite possible that she's under the protection of the Revolutionary Army members themselves. Things are getting quite turbulent, with the Revolutionary Army finally declaring war on the world government, although the current status remains unknown. At the very least, they seem to be unharmed. However, there were some problems regarding these acts. After all, fans, faced with a mysterious situation like this, and always trying to understand how Oda's mind works, tried to deduce what might have happened to Sabo. A hidden detail in One Piece chapter 1053 left a hint about the possible fate of this character, Luffy's foster brother, whose whereabouts were unknown after a dangerous confrontation with the two One Piece sea admirals. There was a good chance that Sabo was actually killed, which would have meant that after the loss of Ace, Luffy would have lost yet another brother at the hands of a Marine admiral. Luffy, Sabo, and Ace grew up together as children in the kingdom of Goa, sharing a dream of setting sail as pirates one day. But Sabo was supposedly killed while trying to escape the aristocratic and cruel family. Sabo was saved by Luffy and Dragon, Luffy's father, and the leader of the Revolutionary Army, who took him over after being impressed by his hatred of nobles. Sabo, however, had lost all his memories of the past, but he regained them after learning of Ace's death. Now number 2 in the Revolutionary Army, Sabo resolved to protect his brother Luffy and honor Ace's legacy. He helped Luffy take down Doflamingo on Dressrosa, and the two were reunited after more than 10 years. After Sabo and Luffy's emotional reunion on Dressrosa, the two went their separate ways. Sabo and the other Revolutionary Army commanders infiltrated Mary Gorosei during Leveling, the summit of the world's monarchies, to save their friend Kuma, enslaved by the Celestial Dragons. They were confronted by two admirals, Ryukugyu and Fujitora, and although neither the battle nor its outcome was shown in the manga. The powers of Ace's ancient Akuma no Mi, the Mira Mira no Mi. Readers were left wondering if this was true. The chapter 1053 apparently gave confirmation. In the background of a panel, a large poster with Sabo's face hanging on the wall of the building. From the small details discernible, the place looks like one of the kingdoms liberated by the Revolutionary Army, so the poster could be its way of remembering a fallen commander. This is just speculation, however, and very few readers would have noticed this. Hen. If we think about how Oda thinks in his scripts, he would hardly make something like this happen. Sabo, as an important character, simply dying outside of scenes is unacceptable. That said, if he wanted to repeat this idea, then we would have something like a sort of saga to get Sabo back somehow, although it's almost impossible to think that Luffy would go through that chokehold again and repeat the same arc, and it's a bit of an odd option. One fan theory speculates that during the leveling, Sabo was actually framed by the world government and accused of killing King Cobra and Princess Vivi of Alabasta, who opposed the authority of the world government, which is why when news of the leveling circulated around the world, Sabo's friends were seen crying in disbelief. Whatever really happened, the most likely explanation is that Sabo could have been captured and taken away by the Marines, or something like that. It'd be more palatable to think about, especially considering that they managed to rescue Kuma and made some grand chaos happen. We didn't see that in the scene, only the results of it, which left the possibility wide open. However, even though this didn't happen at this point, it could happen in future arcs. After all, eventually we'll have a fight between the Revolutionary Army and the Marines, whether they're in an alliance with other pirates like Buggy's group with the Shichibukais, alongside the Straw Hats, or alongside another group great for fighting strength. Fact is, it'll happen at some point, and we'll have Dragon and Sabo returning into action, and preferably on screen. And so we would have fights with the Admirals and various other opponents. We'll probably even have the Yonkos teaming up against them too. As of right now, we can look forward to finally knowing how Dragon's powers work, whether it's indeed a storm Akuma no Mi or not, or perhaps something similar to that. In any case, could we see a Sabo versus Akainu happening? It's possible that despite not being present during Marine 4, he possesses awareness that one responsible for his brother Ace's death and Luffy's trauma is Akainu, told by Dragon himself in respect to his companion, and then we would have an insane fight between the two. And possibly, if we're talking about this fight at the beginning of the new war, or in the middle of it, and assuming here that Luffy is not fighting near them to participate, busy with another important situation, we could assume that it'd be a really insane fight. Akainu uses lava. Sabo has powers identical to Ace's. We don't know yet if he was able to overcome him in any way, but we could assume that perhaps he did. At least he would have enough strength to seriously injure him. However, we would possibly be coming to a situation very similar to what happened to Ace, with Sabo ending up getting pretty badly injured in the middle of this situation. We should not judge the Admirals, even if some or possibly all of them are weaker or fear Shanks. The same may not apply to the other Yonkos, even though Luffy and the others are just as threatening in some way. However, we must remember that Shanks is still a piece of pure mystery, but can be considered the most powerful person currently in One Piece. Conversely, assuming that the Admirals would only be one step below him at most, and since we don't have much knowledge of Sabo or Dragon's true power in this regard to put them on a list, we could assume that Akainu would be able to defeat or just plain out beat Sabo in some way, or at least injure him quite badly. And then we can have a scene that might sound quite strange, but might be quite epic to watch or read. While Akainu says he's going to kill him, like he did his brother Ace and will do to Luffy, we have Dragon stopping the final blow and saving him, protecting him as if he were his own son. It'd be pretty interesting parallel to see. And subsequently, thanks to that, we would have Akainu versus Dragon in a fight that is simply unimaginably insane. But who would win? Would Akainu defeat Dragon? Would he be on a level of an Admiral, a Yonko, or even higher? Do you think this scene could really happen? Do you think Ace's revenge will not come at the hands of Luffy, but at the hands of Sabo and Dragon together? Let us know in the comments what you think about this whole situation and how you think the story of One Piece will go from here. Much like in every story, we've reached this page's final period. So that's it, my Straw Hat Pirate. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have any suggestions for a future video, don't forget to comment below, because I'll be reading them all as I always do. Also, don't forget to leave a like if you enjoy the video. Be sure to subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any content from your pirate crew.